Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So this is the second part of my Australian partner visa experience. If you haven't seen the first part of this video, I would highly recommend watching that one first prior to this one. So this is just technically a second part explanation of the timeline of my Australian partner visa journey and explaining how I did the citizenship. But I do have a separate video for the Australian citizenship process, and I will definitely upload that here in this YouTube channel, so watch out for that one. I have waited at least a year because prior to you being eligible for the citizenship, you have to meet the requirements. So you need to be at least living here in Australia for 4 consecutive years, with one of those years being on a permanent residency. There is an eligibility checker on the immigration website, which I could link down here as well if you want to calculate if you are eligible. One good advice that I would give you is that as soon as you're eligible for the Australian citizenship, apply it, because you'll never know when you're going to be scheduled for the exam. So back in August of 2020, when I applied for the citizenship, because that's technically a year from the time that I received my permanent residency, and they texted me last week, but they've actually sent me an email 23rd of November saying that I have now the schedule for the test and the interview. What happens is they would send you an email both on your EMI account and on your email, the one that you provided during your application. At this stage, we don't have a migration agent anymore, because the migration agent only up to stage 1, which is the 802. So with the citizenship, I have to do it on my own. It's quite easy. All you have to do is read the requirements again on the immigration website or Department of Home Affairs website. You should have there a list of what you can present. If you happen to submit everything, that's good. Send you a text or an email notifying you of your schedule for your test and for your interview. And if you cannot make that day, then you can reschedule it, but you might take a couple of months again for you to get a new appointment, because it's not that easy to reschedule those things. In that letter email that you will get, they will provide you detailed instructions. They will tell you what you need to bring, like basic proof of identity basically. Make sure you bring your passport with you, driver's license with you if you have one. Your birth certificate as well is very important. Those are the main thing. Get any of those documents. There are other documents that you can present, but those are the main. Find them easy to have, to make sure you have them with you. We'll ask you a couple of questions about the Australian citizenship basically. It was just easy, and would tell you that you are eligible to take the test. Make sure that before you go there, you actually read the guide. It's all in the immigration website. You have to read the 49 pages, our Australian Common Bond literature. That way you're guaranteed to pass the test. It's quite easy. It's very easy. You don't have to stress about it. And you can do the practice test as well. But on the actual test, they're gonna throw in like questions that I find confusing, because I know I'm a little bit special like that. I got confused with my first attempt, so I failed my first attempt and did not make it. I scored 90%, but there are 5 Australian values questions that you cannot mess up. You have to get those right. Otherwise, you're gonna fail, and you're only allowed to take, I think, 2 or 3 attempts. Otherwise, if you fail those 2 to 3 attempts, you're gonna have to be rescheduled for another appointment, which would mean delay in processing time. So make sure that you read the brochure, the 49 pages literature, prepare for the test, and bring all of your documents with you. Make sure that you check your email as well. While you're waiting for it to happen, make sure you check it every month. You refresh, check your immigration website and refresh it here and there. You might have it in there. But that so far is what happened. And then after you pass the test, she will hand you a detailed instruction kind of letter. What are the next steps? So basically the next step is just to wait for your application to be approved, because it's still going through. The test does not mean that you're already Australian citizen. No, it's just a part of the application process of becoming a citizen here in Australia. So they're gonna you still have to wait for them to finalize your application to provide you an approval before you could attend a ceremony. They'll send you like a ceremony invite by mail, So they said on the letter, I've just read it, said on the letter that any updates, changes to your address especially, you need to update them. So you need to fill out a form, change of address kind of thing, to let them know that it actually changed your address. If you have plans of traveling outside Australia in the next 6 to 12 months, you might need to let them know as well. It could possibly take 6 to 8 months before my application will be finalized. So fingers crossed that will happen very soon. But if that happens, I'll be happy to share it with you people. Applying for Australian partner visa is not as easy, mainly because of the processing time and how expensive it is. And if you, for some reason, get a decline for the application, this is why it's very important to have a migration agent, because if your application for the partner visa gets declined, then you'll have a better chance, I think, because someone will assist you, because they know what you've submitted in the first time, and they will be able to assist you in getting that decision overturned. But it's not that easy as well. Like, you have to do an appeal in order for you to get an approval, so you may want to avoid that. You just want to make sure that you get the application right the first time, and you get an approval right the first time. So again, if you are not sure with the documents, with the process, if you have questions, seek legal advice. Contact a migration agent that you trust, that is near you as well, or there are so many migration agents that you can just teleconference consultation with. Possibly, I don't know how they work, but make sure you find one that you trust. You know, do your research basically. If you decide to do it on your own, 100%, I've seen a lot of people have received successful application. They did it on their own. I personally would not recommend doing it on your own, mainly because it is quite expensive. And again, if it does fail, then it's good to know that you have that lawyer who can actually go in and fight it for you. That's the main thing, that if you have a migration lawyer, they can fight it for you and get you an approval. And that's one of the main thing that you're paying for, that you make sure that your application gets approved as well, so you have better chance of getting your application approved. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. It has been a lengthy one. It's full of information though. Let me know if there's something that I missed. I'll be glad to hear back from you. Leave me a comment, like this video if you find it useful. You can share it with your loved ones too, friends, family, who, whatever. Let me know if you like more of this content. If there's something that I did miss, I'll be happy to share that on another content, but you know, leave me a comment down below. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!